Imagine a group of daring American pilots, flying distinctive shark-mouthed aircraft, fearlessly taking to the skies to defend a distant land against a powerful enemy. These are the Flying Tigers, the legendary American volunteer group, AVG, that fought in the skies of China during World War II. These brave aviators became symbols of hope, courage, and resilience as they defied the odds and struck a powerful blow against Japanese aggression. The AVG's significant contribution to China's war effort not only provided much-needed air support, but also bolstered the morale of the Chinese people. With their remarkable combat record and iconic aircraft design, the Flying Tigers left an indelible mark on aviation and military history. In this video, we will take you on a thrilling journey through the captivating story of the Flying Tigers. We'll explore their origins, examine the legendary Curtiss P-40 aircraft, discuss their epic battles, and uncover the lasting impact of these fearless pilots on the course of World War II and beyond. Join us as we soar through the clouds and into history, revealing the incredible tale of the Tigers in the sky. Origin of the Flying Tigers. The Sino-Japanese War began in 1937 when Japan launched a full-scale invasion of China, seeking to expand its empire and exploit China's vast resources. The conflict was brutal, with millions of Chinese civilians and soldiers suffering immense losses. China, however, was determined to resist the Japanese onslaught and sought help from the international community. The United States sympathized with China's struggle and sought to support the Chinese resistance in various ways. One of these was the provision of military aid, including aircraft, equipment, and personnel. The US saw Japan's expansionism as a threat to its interests in the region, and assisting China was a strategic move to counter Japan's ambitions. This support eventually led to the formation of the AVG. The AVG was established in 1941 as a covert operation authorized by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. American pilots, mechanics, and support personnel were recruited under the guise of joining a private company, the Central Aircraft Manufacturing Company, CAMCO, which was contracted to provide military services to the Chinese government. These personnel formed the core of the AVG, a group of volunteers who would fight alongside the Chinese Air Force against the Japanese. Lee Chennault, a retired US Army Air Corps officer, played a critical role in the creation and organization of the AVG. Chennault had been working as an aviation advisor to the Chinese government since 1937, and his expertise and leadership were instrumental in turning the AVG into an effective fighting force. As the AVG's commander, Chennault developed innovative tactics to maximize the capabilities of the pilots and the P-40 aircraft, enabling the Flying Tigers to achieve remarkable success in their aerial battles against the Japanese. Original American Volunteer Group. The recruitment process for the AVG targeted experienced military pilots, many of whom were drawn from the US Army, Navy, and Marine Corps. These pilots were offered lucrative contracts and the promise of adventure, which attracted a diverse group of skilled aviators. After recruitment, the pilots underwent an intensive training program in the United States, focusing on aerial combat tactics, gunnery, and the specifics of flying the Curtiss P-40 Warhawk. Once training was completed, the pilots traveled to Burma and then to China to join the AVG. AVG members were a unique blend of individuals from various backgrounds and with different levels of experience. Some were seasoned combat veterans, while others had limited experience in military aviation. What united them was their sense of adventure, patriotism, and commitment to the Chinese cause. The AVG was not part of the formal US military structure, and its members were not subject to the same regulations and discipline. This resulted in a more informal and independent atmosphere within the group, fostering camaraderie and a strong esprit de corps among the pilots and support personnel. They were organized into 3 pursuit squadrons, each with its distinct character and leadership. The first pursuit squadron, nicknamed Adam and Eves, was led by Robert Sandy Sandell and primarily focused on protecting the Chinese capital of Chongqing. The second pursuit squadron, known as the Panda Bears, was commanded by John Scarsdale Jack Newkirk and played a crucial role in defending the critical Burma Road supply route. Finally, the third pursuit squadron, or Hell's Angels, was led by Arvid Ole Olsen and operated in various locations across China, carrying out offensive missions against Japanese targets. These 3 squadrons formed the backbone of the AVG and were key to the Flying Tiger's success in aerial combat. Now it's time to take a closer look at the war machines used by them, the Curtiss P-40. The P-40 Warhawk was an American single-engine, single-seat, all-metal fighter and ground attack aircraft that first flew in 1938. Designed by Curtiss-Wright Corporation, the P-40 played a significant role in World War II, serving in multiple theaters, including the Pacific, the Mediterranean, and China-Burma, India. The aircraft gained fame as the primary fighter used by the AVG, where its ruggedness and versatility became assets in the challenging conditions of the China-Burma, India theater. The P-40 featured a liquid-cooled inline Allison V1710 engine with a maximum speed of around 360 miles per hour and a range of approximately 850 miles. It was armed with 6.50 caliber machine guns, and later, models could carry a 500-pound bomb load for ground attack missions. While not the fastest or most agile fighter of its time, the P-40 was a sturdy and reliable aircraft that could take a significant amount of damage and still fly. The Flying Tiger's P-40S became famous for their distinctive shark mouth nose art, which was inspired by the aggressive look of a shark's open jaws. This design was first applied by the AVG's 3rd Pursuit Squadron, and it quickly became the symbol of the entire group. The shark mouth design not only intimidated opponents, but also boosted the morale of the AVG pilots and the Chinese population, who saw the Flying Tigers as fierce and fearless warriors of the sky. When compared to other aircraft of the time, the P-40 was generally outperformed by Japanese fighters like the Mitsubishi A6M0 in terms of speed and maneuverability. However, the P-40's robust construction and superior firepower provided an advantage in combat, especially at lower altitudes. Under the leadership of Chennault and through the implementation of innovative tactics, the Flying Tigers were able to exploit the P-40's strengths, achieving impressive kill ratios against Japanese aircraft and contributing significantly to the defense of China. Combat history. The Flying Tigers saw their first engagements against Japanese forces in December 1941, shortly after the attack on Pearl Harbor. The AVG quickly proved its worth, intercepting Japanese bomber formations and achieving several aerial victories. These early successes not only demonstrated the effectiveness of the AVG, but also provided a much-needed morale boost for the Chinese people and the Allied forces. Some notable battles and missions the Flying Tigers participated in include the defense of Rangoon in early 1942, where they inflicted significant losses on Japanese aircraft, the Battle of the Salween River Gorge in May 1942, during which they helped disrupt a Japanese invasion of India, and numerous successful raids on Japanese airfields and installations throughout China and Southeast Asia. Their efforts played a crucial role in slowing the Japanese advance and supporting the Chinese resistance. The tactics and strategies used by the Flying Tigers were unique, owing in large part to the leadership of Chennault. He recognized the P-40's strengths and weaknesses and devised tactics that capitalized on the aircraft's ruggedness, firepower, and diving speed. These tactics included ambushes, hit-and-run attacks, and coordinated group maneuvers, allowing the AVG to engage Japanese aircraft on more favorable terms. Additionally, Chennault emphasized teamwork and communication, fostering a strong sense of unity among the pilots that contributed to their success in combat. In July 1942, the AVG was officially disbanded, and its members were given the option to return to the United States or join the newly formed U.S. Army Air Forces, USAAF, in China. Many AVG pilots chose to stay and continue their fight against the Japanese, transitioning into the 23rd Fighter Group of the USAAF. This transition marked the end of the Flying Tigers as a distinct unit, but their spirit and legacy lived on in the continued aerial campaign against Japan throughout the remainder of the war. Assessment of the AVG. The AVG's impact on the course of the war was significant, considering its relatively small size. Their presence in China helped stall the Japanese advance, safeguarded vital supply routes such as the Burma Road, and boosted the morale of the Chinese and Allied forces. While the Flying Tigers may not have single-handedly turned the tide of the war, their actions contributed to the overall war effort and made a meaningful difference in the China-Burma-India theater. The legacy of the Flying Tigers endures today, as they are remembered for their courage, skill, and tenacity in the face of overwhelming odds. Their iconic shark mouth design remains a symbol of bravery and determination in the face of adversity. Furthermore, their story serves as a testament to the power of international cooperation, as the AVG brought together individuals from diverse backgrounds united in a common cause. The Flying Tigers' tactics and strategies, developed by Chennault, influenced future aviation and military tactics. Their emphasis on teamwork, coordination, and maximizing the strengths of their aircraft had a lasting impact on air combat doctrine. Moreover, their experience as a volunteer force helped pave the way for the formation of similar units in future conflicts, showcasing the effectiveness of combining military skills, innovative tactics, and international collaboration. Conclusion. In this video, we've explored the fascinating history of the Flying Tigers, delving into their origins, the makeup of the AVG, the Curtiss P-40 aircraft, their combat history, and their lasting impact on aviation and military tactics. The Flying Tigers hold a unique place in World War II history, as their remarkable achievements demonstrated the power of skilled pilots, innovative tactics, and international cooperation. Their legacy continues to inspire future generations, reminding us of the importance of courage, determination, and unity in the face of adversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the extraordinary story of the Flying Tigers. We hope you've gained a deeper appreciation for their contributions and the vital role they played in defending China and ultimately helping to shape the course of World War II. Dedication. This video is dedicated to the memory of Dean Carter and all the members and personnel who were part of the Flying Tigers. Their bravery, skill, and determination in the face of adversity continue to inspire and remind us of the importance of courage, unity, and international cooperation. We honor their legacy and the sacrifices they made to protect freedom and defend the skies of China during World War II.